So on day one, when we come in, it's a blank canvas. It's a complete empty room.
Going from rehearsals to the show is really just adapting from the rehearsal venue to your concert venue.
It doesn't matter how big or how small the tour is. If you're not prepared and you're not ready to keep everybody running in that same direction, it's going to be really tough for you to get through it.
As many moving parts and tiny parts that there are to this and intricacies, it's never going to be put it up for the first time, and it's great. That's why we're here.
When I look over there, it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas.
Before we ever come to the rehearsal space where we're able to hang everything, there are prep days. It was a unique situation this year where we had shows all the way up till last week. We got those shows done, and then we immediately went into Claire Brothers here in Nashville, or Claire Global here in Nashville, and took our current audio rig and try and get all that kind of stuff flipped done and ready to go. So when we move into here, we just put it up and we go right into tweaking things, making things look prettier. You know, the trucks are about to pull in. We're going to get those dumped and get everything in here and put it up and see where we're sitting and get on with rehearsals.
So you show up to an empty venue. First thing you do is Al and I will get together and we'll look at how closely we can lay out the motor points that we use to hang all our equipment. And then have to get power, of course, to everything so we can start lifting motors. And kind of at the same time we're doing that, we get people to put the trussing together. As always, there's a few hiccups that come along the way, but you expect that when you're doing something for the first time. And as many moving parts and tiny parts that there are to this and intricacies, it's never going to be put it up for the first time, and it's great. That's why we're here, is to work out all those kinks so when we go to the first show, it's not those kinks.
So on day one, when we come into the full rehearsal room where we have the full production, the full stage, the full rig goes up in the air, we try to concentrate on getting everything in nice and slow, nice and easy, taking our time with stuff, making sure everything is lined up right and put in place the way we want. So on day one, when we come in, it's a blank canvas. It's a complete empty room, and we build the entire stage like we would on any show or during the tour. You know, we do sound checks, full audio rehearsals, dress rehearsals, things like that.
That's one of my jobs on tour is I'm the backline tech. A WFL3 kit. We got Zildjian cymbals and a pretty standard mic setup. We VP88 just for monitors, overheads 414, same with our hi-hats 414, 57 on snare, 421s on toms, and an SM81 on our ride. We also have an Alesis sample pad for cross stick and snaps, which that's all we use it for. Just because how low he plays helps him get a more consistent cross stick sound. We have a backup snare just sitting there ready for whenever he breaks ahead on this one, but especially for the Christmas music, he's mainly using brushes, so that won't be an issue. Once that's done, then I'll run over, get bass set up. It's just a small pedal board. This is Bass World. So he's got his little pedal board down here. Nothing too great on it. We do have an Wolfbox DI, one of the Acme ones, one of the original ones that John bought. Has one original Motown transformer in it. For this tour, we're not using RF for our bass player or guitar player. For our guitar player's rig, pretty solid, easy setup, tried and true, works great for him. He's got his pedal board here, wedge, a couple stands for his guitars that he'll be switching throughout the show. His amps are over here off stage. Once their worlds are all built, we'll start putting up all this set and all the art department stuff, I guess is what I like to call it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Basically, checking the volume and the tone of the vocal mic. I mean, when I go hey, then you hear the 2.5, 3K region, and if it bites a little bit at you, then you know you've got enough. And obviously, test, you get the T's is the high end, and I go through a little chromatic scale to get the low bass, the mid bass, the ooh, 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 and if none of the notes jump out of the other ones, If they're all the same volume, then you know you got it right. The object is set up all the gear, get the stage set up, patch the stage, all the mics and everything, and then we do a line check, which we ended up doing this morning, to check every line, make sure everything comes up in the right places. And then I get all the wireless units and lay them out for when the players come tomorrow, the string players and horn players. Everybody has a custom little way of attaching microphones to their instruments. Might take Velcro wrapped around the fiddle or something to hold everything, transmitters in place. So that there's an area where they do that, get themselves set up, and then we'll go up on the stage and they can start running through the songs.
So rehearsals went great. Everybody did a great job. Everybody came prepared, which is awesome. Anything that came up to be an issue was fixed, handled. We had a great time. We laughed a lot, which is key to this whole thing. We're going to head out and do a show.
Long, long ago, it's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be